at 6, I was molested by my mum's friend who was at the house a lot. So my mum was an alcoholic. And then... Sorry.
You don't be sorry.
Yeah, so that happened at 6. And then I was sent to Africa to learn discipline. And then I was sent back. 7, I started smoking. 8, I started dealing drugs.
Selling drugs?
Selling drugs, yeah. An older person told me that they wouldn't stop a kid on a bike, so I'd ride around with my football, and then underneath I'd have the drugs, and yeah. And so that was 8. 11, I was hung off a bridge.
By who?
A guy from the next estate, a man. And then, yeah, 12, I was adopted, so now's probably the right time for me to tell people what's been going on. It's tough to talk about it because it's quite recent, and it's something I've kind of hid for a long time. And I'm scared to talk about it, but I think it's the right thing to do. So when I come back from Turkey, I came in and I found out I needed an operation, and I was in a bad place mentally, and yeah, I decided to go to like a modern day rehab facility for mental health. They deal with like addiction, mental health, and trauma, because it was something that I felt like it was time for me. I think with things like that, you can't be told to go there. I think you have to know, and you have to make the decision yourself, else it's not going to work. And yeah, I was just, to be honest, I was caught in a bad cycle. You know, I was relying on things that were doing me harm. And yeah, I think I was waking up every day and I was winning the fight, you know, going into training, smiling, showing that I was happy. But inside, I was definitely, you know, losing the battle.
There's an editorial in the documentary around you, which obviously you'll be aware of, where words like lazy were used by Jose Mourinho. Yeah. And then obviously there was the sort of one-on-one that he had with you, which was one of the sort of most fascinating parts of that documentary, where he talked about reaching your potential and that you've, you know, don't just deliver in moments.
I'm glad you asked me about that. So that lazy comment, people love to bring that up. That interview, obviously I was on Amazon. He called me lazy. That was the day after recovery day. A week later, he apologized to me for calling me lazy because he'd seen me actually train and play. But that wasn't in the documentary, and no one spoke up about that because